What is up, guys? Triple H Guy 2004, just back here with a quick video. This past weekend, Friday, I left Friday morning my house at 4 o'clock. I went to New York City, traveled on a bus with my good friends Kevin Marston and Matt. I don't want to butcher your last name, so I'm not gonna pronounce it right. So I'm just gonna say Matt. Sorry, but these guys are good friends of mine. We go to wrestling events. We went to this together. We had a decent trip down there. They had a kind of shitty trip because of the conditions that they had to ride down in the bus in. But yeah, that's not what this video is about. But so we went down there. We got there about I want to say a little after 11. We went and got something to eat. And then we went over to the Barclays Center and we got in line, and we met the first man that we met during that. Alright, I put him over there separately. The first man that we met during SummerSlam weekend was the VIP. We met AJ Styles, and I got this WrestleMania 33 picture signed, as you can see there. There's a signature. And the main reason I went there for this weekend and was Friday night. After we went back to the hotel and chilled, and then later on, the reason I went there was to meet the man himself, the CEO, Triple H, the Authority. There's my picture with them. If you haven't seen it on social media. And there's my ticket that I had, that I bought to go meet him. I put that in there with it. Yeah. I didn't get the autograph. I got the autograph for the buddy who I go to WrestleMania with, Evan. He got the autographs in his book. I got the picture. And my buddy Kevin, also was really cool enough. He got his stuff signed, other stuff, and I guess the two forgot that they had signed something already for him, and they gave him the autographs on the 8x10, and he didn't want it, so he gave it to me. It's signed by Alexa Bliss there, and then Naomi. So I got the two women's champions at the time. That on Friday night, of course, Sasha Banks beating Alexa Bliss to become the new women's champion. Yeah, so that was my weekend experience meeting Triple H. Well, meeting AJ Styles was cool. Guy was really nice. Didn't have much interaction with him. I went up to him after my buddy Kevin had gone up to him and got that picture signed. I went up with the same picture and I put it down, and he's like, first thing he's like, so you guys know each other? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that guy right here just got the same picture. And I'm like, we both laughed about it, and it was pretty funny. And then so we just talked a little bit. I don't really remember what I said to him much. So just like, I remember saying that he had a good match there. Actually, no, I remember. I said he had a good match there, and he said thank you for coming out to WrestleMania. I'm glad you enjoyed my match, and glad you enjoyed the show. And then when I met Triple H and Stephanie, I was complete fan mode, whatever, mark mode, whatever you want to call it, because I completely just forgot about anything that I was gonna say to him. Went out the window, and I really didn't want to go up and talk to him, like I've said on social media. I didn't want to go up to him and talk to him and ask him a question that he's been asked 1,000 times. And so I didn't. I just went up and had a conversation with him. He came up and gave me the autograph, and then Stephanie signed it. And then he came up and shook my hand, and like I've told my buddy, he's got a really strong grip, and I know he didn't even put it in just full, he could have hurt my hand if he wanted to, and he didn't. So it wasn't even that he was putting any pressure, I don't think. it was just his natural handshake hurts a little bit. So he comes up and he's like, "What's your name? Where are you from?" I'm like, "Steven from New Hampshire." He's like, "New Hampshire, ha ha ha! Spend a lot of time up there." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And so and then Stephanie dropped in, just she's like, "Hi, my name, hey, I'm Steph," and I'm like, "I know who you are." And so we had a little conversation. I don't really remember what I talked to her about. And then we took the picture. You saw the picture. I'll show it again one more time. Here you go. If you want to see it without the glare, you can go on my social media at TripleHGuy2004 on Twitter. So yeah, and then after we went out to eat, we went for some barbecue at this cool little barbecue joint in New York. It was a good night in New York. And then Saturday, I went and met up with a couple more friends that were down there. And then I got back on a bus by myself from New York to Boston, and then Boston back to New Hampshire. Got back in time, just in time to get the second to last bus out, so I didn't have to take the last bus out, so which was good. So it was a good trip down to New York City. Great meeting Triple H, my favorite wrestler. I would totally do it again if I had the chance to. I don't regret it. So yeah. So trying to think if there's any other stories I can say about the trip down there. The rooftop was cool. I'll just say that. The rooftop to the hotel. The hotel was small, the smallest hotel I've ever been in. But yeah. So that was my trip to New York during SummerSlam weekend. Didn't go to any other wrestling events down there. Just came home, and then I watched. Sunday morning I watched NXT Takeover, and then I watched SummerSlam at home Sunday night. So yeah, Triple H Guy 2004. Peace.